I'm Frankie.
I'm Mo.
And we're going to show you some tricks of how you can beat a man. You can use it on the court, you can use it on the pitch. We're going to take it in turns and show each other what we got. Let's do this. So we're going to start off pretty easy and then we're going to get more and more advanced. But Mo, what's one question that you get asked a lot when you freestyle?
They all say, would you use that on a pitch?
Exactly, right? And we are going to show that there are some tricks that you can use on a pitch because there are situations where you might need to use them.
Exactly.
Like when you've got no time, you've got no space, you've got no options. These are the sort of occasions where you might need to use these tricks to be able to get yourself into a better position.
Well, that's enough said. Let's get going.
The first trick, we're going to start quite simple. In this trick, what you're doing is you're dragging the ball across one way and then shifting it back with the outside of your foot. So what you're actually doing is starting with the ball underneath your foot like this, you're using the bottom of your foot to roll it across your opponent. And as they step this way, you're going to use the outside of your foot to bring it back out. So then if it's faster, it will look like this. So this move's useful for creating a little bit of space for yourself if you want to get a pass or a shot away. And it's important to remember that you're shifting your body weight from one side to the other. So as I move to this way, I'm putting all my body weight on my left-hand side as I shift the ball across. But then I'm going to push off this leg as I bring the ball back out. So I put my body weight here, push off and move back out that way. And what that does is it sends your opponent in the wrong direction because this drag movement here, that is going to send your opponent to one side, and then shifting your body weight back across using the outside of your foot here to move the ball is going to take you back in the other direction so you've got space to take a shot or make a pass. So with this move, as I move towards the ball, I'm going to plant my body weight on this side as I drag the ball across, and then I'm going to push off and move my body that way. So when I do it a little bit faster, it looks like this. So what I like about that move is that it's not one that you would actually think of. Your opponent probably hasn't seen it before because I haven't seen that many times. So if you're coming up against an opponent, it's unlikely that they're going to know what you're doing, which makes it harder for them to react. The next one I'm going to show you is for a different situation where you might find yourself backed into a corner. Maybe if you've got to the byline and you're stood still, but your opponent is in front of you and you need a way to get out of that space or to get moving again so that you can carry on with the run of play. So imagine you're in a situation where you've been running, you've got to the byline, but your defender has closed you down, but they don't want to commit to a movement. So they're standing opposite you, you've kind of got this face-off situation. What you want to do is find a way to throw your opponent off balance so that you can move away, make a pass, get a shot away, whatever it might be. So your aim here is to get your opponent to move in a direction so that then you can move in the other direction. I'm going to try and do that by shifting the ball behind me over here and then flicking it back the other way. So I'm going to drag the ball back behind me, use the inside of my foot to push the ball over here. Then I'm going to bring it back this way using my other foot. So with each part of that, I'll explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. The first part is to try and get your opponent to move in this direction. So the way to do that is bringing the ball over that way. Because the idea is that your opponent thinks you want to move this way around them. So he thinks you want to run in that direction. But once you move this way, you're going to stop the ball quickly and move it back. But instead of stopping the ball and keeping it stationary, you're going to move it back in one movement like that. This movement here brings your opponent to one side and then you're dragging it back the other way. This is a good move to use if you're stationary, you've got an opponent in front of you, you're stood still and you want to be able to move off without your opponent predicting where you're going to go. Mo, what did you think of that move?
That was very cool, man.
Nice, wasn't it?
Yep.
All right, so you're going to show me another one now, aren't you?
Yes.
And what's the idea of this one?
For this move, we're going to put the ball in the air so it's harder for them to intercept.
All right, let's see it.
So this is obviously another stationary one.
Yeah.
You're going to drag the ball back with your strong foot facing the opposite way. You're going to drag the ball forward first. And then you're gonna go back, flick the ball up towards the opposite direction. And then you're gonna hit it once they've come close enough so that you can go run around the other way.
Okay, so the idea is that when you move the ball forwards and then backwards, I'm sort of following you, right? I'm following you as a defender. I'm following that ball, and then you're kind of drawing me in so that you can get the ball around me.
Exactly. Okay. This is more of a move where you're stationary and the opponent is coming towards you.
So I'm coming towards you as a defender.
Yeah.
Like
that.
that.
I'm gonna put it in the air, go around, and meet the ball on the other side.
Okay. So as a defender, I'm thinking, what is he doing? Why is he flicking the ball in the air? And while I'm thinking that, you've gone.
Yeah, exactly.
All right,
Boom.
let's see that again. So you're stationary, I'm defender.
Yeah.
I'm coming towards you. Boom, boom, boom. And he's gone. So as I'm coming towards you and you flick the ball up,
yeah.
When you knock it behind me, you're kind of knocking it downwards. Why is that?
It's so that it's easier for me to control when I'm on the other side, and I could just sprint away completely.
Right, okay, so if you knock the ball higher, that would be more difficult to predict.
Yeah.
Maybe another defender will get there in time.
Yeah.
But if you knock the ball lower, you've got the ground to sort of slow the ball down once it's past your defender.
Exactly.
That you can get it afterwards.
Yeah.
Let's have another look. Right. I'm going to try it now.
Around.
So that kind of like the flick needs to be that way, doesn't
it? That is legit perfect. Have you done this before?
So, knock.
Perfect.
Mo, that was class. Thanks for teaching me that. Remember, it's all about practice and also about timing and when to use these moves. So if you use it at the wrong time, you're going to make yourself look silly and not your opponent. Isn't that right, Mo?
That's true. Remember to like, comment and subscribe to Product Soccer YouTube channel.